Back with another breakdown. Today's a Sunday. We're gonna get these charts breakdown, but in the meantime, I need to eat some food, need to make breakfast and drink some tea. Then I need to read my book, I need to hit the gym. So I'm gonna bring y'all along every step of the way today. And let's get into it. After my reading and tea, made some breakfast, egg whites. I only eat egg whites, don't consume dairy. Turkey bacon, of course. Add some leftover salmon and veggies. So this is my healthy carbs, protein. Then I'm gonna hit the gym. I got my guy Davi in the back, watching his vlog at the moment while I eat some breakfast. He actually has a good point in here. I'm gonna play it back and let you guys listen.
No, it was a loss. So even on this vlog, I was analyzing in the morning the trade. I sent analysis to my Hidden Edge members. You got the email? And I entered that trade and it was a loss. It was a good trade overall. I'm not angry because I followed all the rules. It wasn't like I took a loss where I was trying to skip the rules and just wanted to enter the trade. So it's okay, part of the game.
You went for the day or you went for the week or what do you do? Like, because obviously it still feels bad. What do you do?
So I have rules. First rule is if you lose 2 trades in a day, 2 in a row in a day, you're done for the day. If you lose 4 trades in a row, you're done for the week. That's how you basically stop yourself from trying to recover your losses and overtrade, over risk.
So he was saying basically having rules in place to stop yourself from overtrading and things like that. And having rules in place is definitely key to being profitable and staying consistent in trading, right? I just wanted to reiterate that. Let's get back to the vlog. We're about to hit on the charts and let's get this breakdown started. I am restarting the challenge, and just because you fail once don't mean you're gonna fail twice. Even if you fail twice, that don't mean you have to fail the 3rd time. But you only lose or you only fail if you quit. And I ain't quitting. So we're gonna recoup that balance back to 500 and we're gonna bring that to 5,000. Then we're gonna scale it, bring it to 50,000, and I'm gonna document everything so nobody can say it's fake and this and that and blah 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 and blah blah blah. And I'm gonna head to the gym today after this breakdown. I might bring y'all along, might add some B-rolls of me in the gym or whatever the case may be. I was actually texting my like my gym group chat about, are we going to the gym, what time, what body part, blah 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 blah. But if they ain't ready in time, I might just hit the gym on my own, just get right. But yeah, let's get into this breakdown. So we're in the screen, you guys get a better view. So NAS has just been pushing, right? So we have high and low here. We had a lower high here, right? Before we made a lower, higher low, and we just been pushing, right? So let's see here. We have a resistance here, boom. We have a support here, boom. And we can say this is a resistance here, right? Even though none of these candles are fully like see how we have bearish, bullish, we have bullish, bearish. This is not really, so this is an interesting area. So forget all that, right? We're gonna go down to H1 and then we're gonna see what's going on here, right? So we had a resistance, this is just consolidation, and bottom line, this is sloppy, all right? We already made the resistance here, support here, resistance, support, but this is sideways movement. And this is just sloppy. So I don't even know what to do with NAS. NAS is cooked. Cook NAS, forget NAS. So we moving on to gold. Gold is nasty too, right? We've been consolidating, but you could see some little points that we made, right? So after we made this resistance, gold has been pushing down, and we want to see if gold want to continue to push down. So we had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and now it's just sideways movement. Gold is cooked, all right? Gold is cooked. It's like, what is there to do? There's nothing to, you can't trade sideways movement, bro. This is cooked. All right, we come down to M15. We see we have a low here. and we see we had a high here. Well, we have a high here now, and then if we look left, we had a support here. We can mark this as a level where buys was here previous, and then sellers took them out, and then we're bearish under this level where we see here. So we can anticipate gold to continue pushing down due to the fact of us having a lower high point right here also on M15, and we're below the MA. We broke under the MA, even though I don't really use that as a confluence, barely. It's just there just to, I don't even know why it's there. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even use it, to be honest. But on H1, we're below the MA, so that means we want to be selling because the average price of movement is sells. So yeah, that's that. So you don't really have much on gold to do. You want to see gold break this before I will even anticipate anything. I want to see gold break this support here, and then wait, that was ugly. So I want to see gold continue to break this, solidify a support, come up, make a lower high point, and continue bearish, and then we could look for sells along this. After the low high point is formed, we can start looking for sells along this area, right? This is an entry base point. Entry base point on a lower high point. Entry base point on a lower high point. So that's what we're going to see to continue sells for gold, right? Let's get rid of all of this. Can we go back here? So let's go to the daily. Let's go to GU. So we had a support here on GU, lower low. We had, this is not even a lower high because this is tested. This is just a double top, and double tops are valid in a downtrend. So we are valid to scroll down to a smaller time frame. We had a lower low, then we had a lower high. So we are at an entry base point right now, right? So now we could go down to the M15. We see that buyers was here at this level, push price up, wasn't strong enough. Sellers stepped in, put price down. Buyers bought here, push price up. Sellers are at this level now due to the fact of buyers used to be there, but they're not there no more. Sellers took them out. So we can anticipate sells along this area, right? So just like gold, we want to see price continue bearish. We want to see a pullback, and then we want to see a continuation, right? So we want to look for sells along this area after that lower high point is formed. Entry base point, right? This is an entry base point. I know it's ugly, but that's an entry base point on a lower high point. And then we could target lower lows, right? And that is it for GU. We're gonna move this along a little bit fast today because, you know, no need to long-wind it due to the fact of we already know what we're looking for. And yeah, so let's move on to UJ, right? UJ is kind of similar. We had higher high due to the fact of price breaking this high. I didn't even mark this off. Mark this as a daily. So price made a higher high, higher low point. We made a new higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low point, right? So this higher low point was definitely tested multiple times where we had support, but then price continued to try to test it, where we had sellers push price down, but buyers stepped in, push price back up. So buyers are sitting heavy at this level. And now we go into the H1 time frame where we had the lower high point and we had no. So let's see here. Let's follow the process. Let's continue with the process, right? So we had lower low, lower high. We just clone it. Lower low, same lower high point. We had lower low, but then we had higher high, breaking this high point, right? So we know we have sellers here, but then, like I said, buyers stepped in at this point, making a support. So now we at an entry base point still, due to the fact of us being at a higher low. This low is higher than this low, and now we're in an M15 time frame where sellers stepped in here, but buyers took them out. And now we want to just wait to see what price is gonna pull back, as we are seeing now. Of course, market is closed. Market will be open today at 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern time. And we want to see price pull back, buyers create a support somewhere. As we see buyers create a support, as price start to push up into this region here where sellers was previously here due to the fact of this resistance being formed by the sellers, and we know buyers took them out. So above this level, buyers are in control, and we want to be looking for a higher high point, right? That is why I have this here where I'm anticipating buys above this level. Also have my long position set up because I will be taking this position, and being that we're on M15, once we see higher highs and higher lows and price does not break a low, even if I go into profit, come back into drawdown, I will hold this trade, right? Due to the fact of us being at a higher low on a H1 time frame and a higher low on the daily. So we are heavy, buyers are in heavy control right now, right? And we want to ride that trade and ride that to the top. And where did I get that TP from? I got that TP from point A to point B, and yeah, it's a little sloppy, so that is probably why. Where did I think I did this on each one? So let's see here. Yeah, so point A to point B on the fib. Yep, that is why it's lined up perfect. And where we closed on 61.8, kind of closer to 78.6, and we are going to take this up to negative 27%, which is TP1, of course, and we can just follow that trend until we get to negative 27% on the daily, because look at this. We got point A to point B, 78.6, 60, 61, and 78.6. That is the consolidation area where price is going. So we have TP1 here at the 50%, but then we have TP2, which will be at the 100%. If price breaks that, then we have TP3 and TP4. TP3 is negative 27%, TP4 is negative 61.8%, and we can continue and ride that trend all the way up, right? So that is why I do have a strong inclination that the buys will be in control, right? I don't usually do this, but I've seen people do this where the DXY, of course, that's the dollar index. So the dollar should be getting stronger, as to why we will be anticipating GBP sales, because the dollar will be stronger than them, as to why we are anticipating gold sales, because the dollar is stronger than the gold standard at the moment. And of course, we have UJ buys, where the dollar is first and UJ will be weaker because the dollar will be stronger. And that is why we will be pushing price up to negative 27%. And that will be TP. So we already have all this stuff marked off, so I can get rid of this fib. And let's see here, boom, boom, boom. We can get rid of these things also. And that is it for the moment, right? That is the breakdown. I do want you guys to let me know in the comments what other pairs you guys want to break down. If you guys want a closer look of the strategy, of my strategy, of course. And that's it, man. And like I said, I might be taking you guys to the gym. Matter of fact, I am. Let's go.